Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Friday the 13th Oshai Healing. This healing is going to be a little layered, as they always are. A little light healing, energy healing, a little bit of a reprogramming of the mind included. So somewhat of hypnosis, or more just kind of like an EMDR, just some reprogramming techniques and some healing, generally a healing. Baseline, a healing. I let spirit guide these also. So as a master healer, I just do all modalities, and that's generally the baseline of what Oshai is. Okay. So welcome. It is Friday the 13th. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Some of you might celebrate that. So I hope you have a glorious one if you do. I personally love Friday the 13th. I know there's 13 gates to heaven. There were 13 pyramid portals of activation for the ascension. So the number 13 is so very important. But I'm going to turn off my vibration sounds here. There we go. All right. So welcome. Just enjoy. So I'm going to call in the creator of all that is and all the angels and guides, your higher selves and you, whoever you are, whenever you are, as well as my energy to be here for those that can receive, for those that have intentions of love in their heart space, and as well as those that want to ascend. Generally, that's what I do. Into this space of highest light in and highest light out only. Pure intentions of love, protection of light, so we'll just let the vibrations start to bring healing in and of themselves. This is a Mukite rattle, helping to open up our energy and our connection to the earth, to the self. And calling in the highest light in and out only, I also invoke the presence of the foundation of the north, the east, the south, and the west, along with earth, wind, fire, and water, all combined from the west and drawn back to the north to anchor into the highest divine foundation of love, light, connection, protection, and support. We're going to clear our channel of communication with the divinity within. And I don't know what else is coming. I never know, but the title will tell you. I want to invoke also all chakras, but at least 10 chakras. So that of our feet, our hands, root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, as well as 13th chakra, 16th chakra, 18th chakra, and 19th, and our auric field, which is also a chakra. I'm hearing the energy of deities are present. This is language of the sun. I'm hearing the words miscarriage of justice. I'm also hearing a deity coming forward to help clear the miscarriage of justice. I am lighting some cedar, smudge stick, cleansing, sage cedar. Invoking the flame to also cleanse and burn away what does not serve. These lighters get hot. It can take a while to light these smudge sticks for whatever reason. So bear with me, but allow the fire, the flame, to come into your space. We're also going to cleanse the energy of our home. We're going to put up protections around our home. I love this smell. Cedar helps to cleanse, protect, and manifest, to create the creativity activation. That's what I'm hearing anyways. Protection and invocation of spirits. I'm hearing it's a earth conductor. I also like to honor my father this time of year because in 2019, on Valentine's Day at 5:30 in the morning, I was with him and I felt the need I needed to step away for just a moment, in which he took his last breath. For me, Valentine's Day has always represented a lot of loss. Always. So I turned them into gain. So we got our dog a year later on that day. But his death also sparked my awakening, which was a massive Kundalini awakening, which in turn changed my path and brought about the ascension. So we honor him every year. We go to dinner. We celebrate his life. It's a celebration of life. Which every day should be about love. Every day is a good day to love. The last time I went to the lake also, I was carrying all my tools in just a bag, and my feather took a hit, and it made me very sad. So I found a new thing to carry them all in. So I'm excited for the next time we go. But this deity is coming in and surrounding us at this time. It's a feminine energy. Very beautiful feminine energy. I need to grab this crystal also. So I'm being drawn to cleanse it with the sun, invoke the presence and the energy and the DNA of the sun into this crystal. So I actually need to put it in the sun, they're saying. So today is actually a good day to put some crystals in the sun. That's what they're saying. If you can, if you have sun in your area. If not, you can just envision it coming and filling it up with the sun. I'm releasing, excuse me. So we're going to begin in our upper chakras and in our auric field. It's where you should always start, really. That way when we come into the energy, it's more pure. But sometimes we just draw that light straight up into the center. So it's always just guided by spirit, because you never really know what's needed. I mean, you do, but they know more. If you don't know me, I do birth to release and connect. I never knew I was going to grow up to birth in people's faces, but I do. And I've learned to let it be okay. But forgive me. I'm a Colorado girl, as they say. I will camp. I will fish. I don't hunt, but I can kick your butt in any sport. And I can also be very girly. I am a tough girly. Love to hike. Just all the things. Love outdoors. Love a good pair of jeans. And also love a very cute dress. So we are going to draw in some energy cleansing to remove density. Even more than what we're already doing. I want to remove density. I want to remove density. So Archangel Michael is also going to come in to help us cut any cords of connections that do not belong. So Spirit is telling me right now that there's a reason we use vibrations. Everything is a vibration. You are a vibration. Your skin is made up of a denser vibration. Okay, everything is vibration. So the deity that is here with us. I also hear the energy of Sekhmet. Wants a little bit of a vibrational cleanse. I'll move that so it's not too loud, hopefully. Invoking Father Sky and Mother Earth, Sun and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon. And the trees. The beautiful trees. throat. It's drawing out a big knot there. Telling you, it's big. Forgive. I see snakes. I see lots of snakes coming up and chasing the shadows, chasing the shadows. And Archangel Michael is cutting further ties to any connections and energy pulls that don't belong, any cords. Cutting them and healing them so they do not return. You reap what you sow. So this is kind of in that carriage of misjustice, right? Like helping to correct the misjustice. And I see a whole, what do you call it, gaggle of snakes? I don't know, a whole bunch of them. Would you call it a murder of snakes, like with crows when you have a bunch of them? I don't know. But the snakes are chasing the shadows. Chasing the shadows, like the tables have turned. You guys, I'm also getting, so as I'm doing this, I'm getting images. Whenever I speak light language, I channel it and I get images. And what I see is all the pebbles, the rocks on the earth are like, they're vibrating. They're vibrating so profoundly, they're lifting slightly up off the earth. Yo canto, yo canto, lo va. I feel this right here. So I also heard to stand your ground. Stand your ground. And that was just an opening energy cleanse. But the images I saw were quite significant. So in the story of Adam and Eve, you have the huge snake. And when I cleared that timeline, there was a huge snake that chased her. But it also came with temptations. And those temptations, when we choose them, take our power away. They take our power away. And now the snakes are chasing the shadows. I'm bringing in rose quartz in the energy, so I don't really physically need it in my hand, but I'm bringing it in to surround us. It's as if we're standing in the center of a lot of very large rose quartz. Excuse me. Standing in the center of very large rose quartz. So I'm invoking further the sun and the moon to come down. And I want to feel the sun and the totality of all that is all over our body, as well as the moon. So it's not just on one half and the other. I want them both on both sides. So it's a full covering of the sun and a full covering of the moon together. And that's important that I say that. So allow it to start coming into your energy. I need to surround us with trees. So these are huge, like redwood, sequoia type trees, but we need to be surrounded in them. So I'm calling them in from all over. And the northern star, the guiding star, the great northernest star. We desperately need balance for the earth. This must come through the feminine and masculine. So these trees are surrounding us and their roots are growing underneath our feet. So they're like coming in to make a nest of protection underneath our feet, but also to help draw up. So they're going to rise up and kind of wrap around our feet. And it's going to draw out much needed energies. So I'm going to draw up the light from the core of the earth, coming up from the core, drawing it up like a cord connection. And it's going to weave its way through the tree roots beneath you, but also draw in energy from them. So they're going to work together. And we're drawing these roots all the way up into our feet. And I want to recalibrate the chakras of our feet. And I feel again this density on the right side of my foot. And I say again because that seems to be a common side where I feel density. Now I'm drawing it up towards the ankles and our calves and our knees. So just allow it to happen. You don't need to do anything, but just allow it, give permission. Going in through the knees, into the thighs, and into the root chakra. And this is where I want you to use your eyes. We're going to use our eyes for just a moment here. A little bit of tapping, a little bit of eye reprogramming, kind of like hypnosis in a way, but just reprogramming on a neurological level. So as I've drawn the light into the root, I'm kind of allowing it to come up like tree roots and anchor into the root chakra. And I want you to use your eyes and look straight forward at me. Take your right hand, knuckles, and we're going to rub this sensitive point for just a moment. I am free of all energies that are not mine. I am love. I am love. I am beautiful love. I am free of energies that are not mine. I am love. I am love. I am beautiful love. That's sensitive when I say that. I can feel the sensitivity. You want to put a little pressure, but don't hurt yourself. I am love. I am love. I am beautiful love. And I am free of the energies that do not align, that are not mine. Other hand, other side. I am free of energies that do not align, that are not mine. I am love. I am love. I am beautiful love. I am nothing but love. I am everything love. I am love. I am love. I am beautiful love. And I am free of the energies that are not mine. And I feel chills rising up the left leg as I say this one. I am love. I am love. I am beautiful love. I am beautiful. I am beautiful love. I am beautiful and I am beautiful love. I am beautiful and I am beautiful love. I am love. I am love. Now look straight at me and I want you to look up. Don't move your head, but look up and hold your eyes. I am love, I am beautiful love, and I am free of the energies that do not align. I am love, I am healed, and I am beautiful. Now look forward and look straight down. I am love, and say these. I am beautiful love. I am free of the energies of wounds and energies that are not mine. I am love. Look forward. Look hard left to the down, like down left. I am love, I am beautiful love, and I am free of energies that are not mine. I am free of wounds. I am love. Look forward, hard right, down to the right. I am love, I am beautiful love, and I am free of energies that are not mine and wounds of the past that do not align. Forward, now we want to go up left. I am love, I am beautiful love. Center, upright. I am love, and I am beautiful love. Center. And now I want you to circle your eyes one way. It doesn't matter which way first. I am love, beautiful love, and I am free of the past. I let go of the past. I am free of the past. Center. And now we're going to circle the other way. I am love, I am beautiful love, and I am free of the past. I let go of the past. I am free of the past. Center. Now I want you to blink and hold. I am free of the past. I let it go at last. Open. I am free of the past. I let it go at last. Close. I am free. I am right now only. Open. I am free. Take a deep breath in and release. And I'm also seeing to do this. So we want our palms facing up. I am open to love. Down. I am free of the past. Up. I am open to love. Down. I am free of the past. Wipe it clear. One more time. I am open to love. I am free of the past. I am open to love. Whoo, the chills. I am free of the past. Two more. I am open to love. I am free of the past. I am open to love. And I am free of the past. And clear it out. Now just breathe for a moment. Just breathe. Just pay attention to your breath and just be peace with me for just a moment. Allow your body to adjust and process. And we're not done. Just getting started. Beautiful. Now we're going to go back to the root chakra where I drew the light in. Do you know when I broke my wrist and my hand? It was bad. This bone split and it popped out of the skin a little bit. My whole arm shoved up into my wrist and my hand, and these fingers locked like this, and I couldn't move them because my hand went into my wrist. The whole wrist shattered. Like it was in this bone, never. All they did was squeeze my bones back together because at the time I was in my twin flame battle. I couldn't go under the knife. And these were locked like this. So when I got my cast off, I had to do physical therapy and I couldn't even touch my fingers. This could not happen for a while. And it was actually hard to get there. So when I sit here and do this, I just feel that in my stomach, like, look what I can do. People don't realize how hard that was to get there. And what's crazy is Spirit said I would draw better now than I did then. And that's true. We did a lot of healings on it. You know, the energy of Lord Sananda or Yeshua, whatever you want to call him, Jesus would come through and we would do healings on it repeatedly. And they would say that I would do things better than I did then. And it's true. I would massage again, and I can. So when I do this, as simple as this is, I celebrate inside. I'm like, woohoo. Anyways. So let's draw our focus now to the root chakra. Within the root and the foundation, there is interference. We are going to draw out the interference with the light, with the energy of the earth, the trees that are surrounding us, and all of the elements, earth, wind, fire, and water. I invoke their presence within the root chakra. Because our root is truly about balancing, a foundation, balance. When we're out of balance in our life, look to the root in a very large way. At least start there. Now remember I said we're also going to cleanse our aura. So where our aura connects to the root is also heightened. And the 16th chakra and the 13th. And my stomach said, I'm here. I don't know if you could hear that. That was my tummy talking. So as I'm in the root, I'm taking the light and I'm starting to swirl it around. I need to swirl it. It's going in a counterclockwise direction. That is important. And I'm seeing the energy of red jasper that I want to bring in here as well. And carnelian. And mookaite. And 369 hertz. 369 hertz frequency. And it's as if I place it in the center and I can see the vibrations. It's like woo, 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 of 369 hertz. And this is happening in our root chakra. And I need to recalibrate the root. So I'm going to turn it ever so slightly to the left. It's going to go again counterclockwise, just as I was bringing in the energy. And as I am in the root, I'm hearing clearing the path to abundance, clearing the balance, the path of balance for prosperity. And as I say that, I see those snakes again going after the shadow. So it's like spreading out and chasing down the shadow. And I see the staff with the sun in my hand in my mind's eye. And the snakes are chasing down the shadow. And I adjust the root chakra ever so slightly in movement. And then also a little tilting. So I need to tilt it ever so slightly. And then we're going to anchor that in so that it's nice and aligned, I guess you could say. And now that I've done that within the root, I'm going to start to remove some energy that is not light. Some density, the energy that is not ours. And the past. Memories of the past that are leaving you behind. Wounds of the past that are making you feel unloved. They are ripping your foundation apart. And although it was hard, it's so important to anchor into the now. Although what happened to you was unjust, it's so important to anchor into the now and be love and light only. Don't worry about anything else. So I actually feel this in the root. It's like from like the wall of the root, I guess you could say, and it's scraping off some energy of the past. So I almost want to call it matrix programming energy. It's just energy of the past. And now we're going up to the sacral. Same thing, I need to recalibrate it, turn it ever so slightly to the left. So I bring the light in and it swirls counterclockwise. And it's helping to open as well as adjust the chakra. And then a little tilting of the chakra for alignment. And then the connection from the root to the sacral, it connects. So it aligns and flows freely. And we remove any debris. We need to remove anything siphoning and taking our power, So I see cord cutting happening again. Any dense energy and wounds of the past. And remember, the sun and the moon is going into our aura. And the 13th chakra and 19th chakra and 16th chakra are heightened. So it's cleansing through our sacral into our auric field. Cleansing and heightening and adjusting. Changing the frequency and vibration of. And then also going into the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras right now. And I am just removing those energies that I don't want present, that don't belong, that, you know, just for whatever reason. People and energy that just aren't open. So I feel like I'm cutting the ties to those connections and calling our power back here. And there's something in the sacral with creative cortex. So if you truly watched my journey, right before I brought through the Sistine Chapel, I was attacked really badly. And this person went into my energy, walked and basked in my DM's love and light and energy to the point where it was like I felt like I was raped. And I haven't even met my DM yet. He's a walk-in. And then she stole my path. She cut me off from the path of the sun. And all of a sudden, she was doing the creativities that I would do, where before she hated them. And ever since then, I haven't been able to fully regain the joy in what I do. I really haven't. I go to make candles and I go to make my soaps and do the things that used to bring me joy, my healing wands, those kinds of things. And it was a painful attack. It's not just, oh, she's doing what I do. I don't care about that. We can all do the same things. We're all different in them. It's a beautiful thing. It was what she did. She took the DM's energy. She cut me off my path completely. And then she was literally living through my path. But at the same time, we were supposed to be doing the Sistine Chapel, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was her karma to clear. And then my solar plexus got so messed up and it was so painful. And ever since then, I lost the joy. I lost my joy to who I was and the creations and the path. And then I had to bring through the Sistine Chapel, and I didn't know that was coming. And it wasn't mine to bring. It wasn't my karma to clear. And it was quite painful. So that can happen. Energies do get in and they do attack. They can do lots of things. And ever since, I still feel this. That's what's coming out here in my sacral. It's in my sacral right now that I feel it, also going into the solar plexus and the root. So it's all connected. And it's also in my auric field and in the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras. So I want to heighten in there. I want to allow this to surface. And also at that time, it was like she shattered my Merkaba. It was horrible. I was doing lots of healings on it, but we never fully got it complete. And I just lost all joy and passion to what I do and who I am. So going into from our root to our sacral, I feel it. It's like this hole in my sacral. It's a hole in the chakra. And wherever you have wounds that relate of whatever kind will also heal. It just made me dislike myself. So just I gave up. With that on top of other things, it just... And people couldn't see the totality. So it was there to them. It was just about the fact that she started making candles and stuff, which is absolutely stupidly ridiculous. I don't care. You know, I coach people. I want them to find their joy. But she took mine. She hurt me. And her thing was envy. That's what came out. And I remember when Spirit brought that out, she was like, oh my God, I feel exposed. And she knew. She knew. She made a choice. And I was dumbfounded because I loved this person. I taught her everything I knew. So I see the need to draw in the sun here. And there's like a hole in my sacral. I can feel it. And we're drawing in the sun to heal any wounds of despair, any wounds of regret, any wounds of the past within you and also within me. I'm not outside of these healings. And I feel like when you almost like ripping a Band-Aid off, but it's like pulling off layers of the sacral and just using the sun to heal it, returning the sun. It's like a pour in of healing sun rays into the sacral, filling up the sacral with the sun. And also going up the silver column into the aura and into the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras. And then again, I see the snakes like going outward and chasing down the shadow, creating fear and temptation within the shadow, just like what they did to the light. So from there, we're going to the solar plexus also, and these are all connected. So I'm not just leaving the sacral necessarily, but we're drawing a connected line into the solar plexus. And so I may go back and forth, drawing in more light from the earth, as well as those tree roots. Remember those tree roots, all these trees surrounding us, huge redwood or sequoia, just large, massive trees. And these aren't the ones from California, I have to tell you. They're the ones from the Northern Hemisphere. They have a conservation there. I realized that during the journey of the return. We also have the energy of the Northern Star. I can't touch the ones in California. They're cut off from the light. That's not a maybe. That's true. They have no healing properties right now. And that's what I'm being shown. So as we're going into the solar plexus, same thing. I'm drawing in the energy and I need to circle it counterclockwise. When I draw those symbols, I can see them in my mind's eye. It's like light, and I can see myself writing it in the air. It's really cool. These are the ones I've channeled through. Anyways, going into the solar plexus, again, I need to counterclockwise the energy and open up the solar plexus, as well as turn it ever so slightly and then tilt it ever so slightly. Calling our power back here. And I feel this energy flow from the root to the sacral to the solar plexus. And it's also going up the silver column because I feel some intensity in my spinal area. And also again into the auric field and the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras. We're still at 369 hertz, but we're getting a little higher in frequency. So we'll go to 444 hertz here. And that vibration, I see it from the center of our solar plexus. I was like, just like the rocks on the earth where the vibration's coming and it lifts them off of the earth's surface. I feel that in the solar plexus. It's like, Spirit is removing what looks like a dagger. It's the essence or the imagery of a dagger from the back. Like if somebody tries to sabotage you, to murder you, take your power away, spiritual attack kind of thing. And they're pulling out this sword from the backside. And then also covering like the wound in the aura. So it's healing over an energy leak from the aura. And I'm feeling something painful. It's like in between the solar plexus and the sacral area is kind of where I feel it. So I want to tune in. And again, it's drawing in the sun and healing any wounds. Deity energy, beings of light helping to draw in the sun. I'm drawing in the sun into this area and healing any wounds. It's also going up the center line. So like the silver column. And it's allowing the energy to flow. And then we're also drawing up to the heart space, which is where I'm going to put 639 hertz. So we have 369, 444, and 639 hertz internally. I feel it. It's like I'm placing that vibration within the center of the chakra. And it's just so I'm healing in that area. I'm drawing the light in, the sun in, and I'm allowing it to heal. I'm feeling the movement and the processing of the energy. It's trauma. What I went through on my journey is trauma. So we have trauma within the energy of our chakras. It's trauma. It's like the, the fight mode. I'm in fight mode and flight mode. And I'm seeing that within our energy. And I see them pouring like liquid sun into our energy. Going up now to the heart chakra. Again, the energy is coming in and counterclockwise, opening and slightly adjusting, and then also tilting. So I get the image in the heart of the tree of life, and it's drawing the light from the core, from the sun and the moon in through the tree of life, and it's pushing out anything that can't remain there. And it's coming out into the leaves, and then the leaves will show as dead, and then they're falling. So it's releasing through that way. It's like drawing it through the tree of life into the leaves, and then when the leaves are ready, they die and fall off to release. Now I want to also open to the throat chakra. Remember, these are going out into the auric field, also through the silver column or the all connected column, and up into the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakra. So all of those are getting hit like all at once, but it's in consecutive order. So it goes through the internal chakras, out into the auric field, and then up into the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakra. Okay. And that's how it's presented and coming through. And I see the sun like nectar, like amber. It's nice and thick, and it's like a nectar, and it's coming in and coating the wounds. I see my dad here. My dad did just come in, which I don't ever see often. I see beings from the other side all the time, never my own. But my dad is here. And I'm hearing the words, I'm proud of you and the way you've raised your kids. And they're so beautiful and so big. And I'm just so proud of you. That's what he's saying. So this is healing. And that's for me, I'm not used to that. So I apologize. But that is what he's saying. Which when he was here, I never heard those words. It was mean words. He was not always nice. So to hear that he's proud of me, it's not something I would easily make up. You know what I mean? We're calling our power back to the throat. So I'm rising the light into the throat as well. Counterclockwise, tilting, slightly rotating and aligning. Bringing in the light, the sun, like a nectar of amber gold. Now going up to the third eye. And then remember, it's also going out into the auric field, up into the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakra. That's more like 11 chakras. 13 total because of the hands and feet. So it's a 13 chakra cleanse. Now I get the image of water flowing. It's like allowing the water to flow like water in the throat. And as the water begins to flow, it goes from like stagnation to flowing. That's important that I say that. It goes from stagnant to movement. It goes from stagnant to movement. And as that happens, I'm pulling out debris from the water. I feel something in the throat. Also focused into the thyroid and the metabolism. Getting a metabolism boost. And the thyroid connects to the pineal gland for melatonin production, for melatonin production. They connect. It's a good gland. So the thyroid's a gland, the pineal gland, also the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus. And so I'm sending light to all of those areas right now. Detoxing the thyroid, which is also connecting to the third eye, pituitary gland, the glands, thyroid gland. Detoxing. And the trees beneath are drawing out debris and sediment and yuck. Now we're going also into the crown. And remember, these are continuing. I feel like I'm going down to up, drawing in the light, drawing in the sun, turning the counterclockwise, drawing the energy in counterclockwise, the light ever so slightly tilting, and then also tilting the chakras to align. Then drawing in the sun for complete healing and protection, connection. Then it goes into the aura, and then the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras through each internal chakra. That is the order. Also the silver column, which connects to the palm chakras and that of our feet. It's a 13 chakra healing on Friday the 13th. And now that all chakras are aligned and opening, I'm still feeling some healing here in the thyroid. Sluggish energy. And this is for me and also anybody else that it might relate to, because I can feel it within my system. Normally I'll feel it in my system for somebody else, but it's also healing within me right now. And others. So I see multiple thyroids here. Because it's a necessity to cleanse this, as well as the pineal gland and the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus. And then up into the crown, same thing, opening, tilting, aligning. And then through the silver column into our auric field as well, the 13th, 16th, and 19th chakras. And now I hear 963 hertz. So I'm putting 963 hertz into our crown chakra. So we have 369, 639, and 963. And 444. So I'm feeling all of those frequencies all at once throughout the system. And going from the center of the chakra out. Like I hear all the different frequencies. And remember the rose quartz? It's like heightening through the rose quartz. And now they're cleansing our palm chakra. So I see a bunch of you like this, and it's cleansing those. Oh, and I feel this density right here. And I also need to go to the liver. And I see I'm pouring like a bucket of sun liquid down through the crown all the way to my root, and it's just going to continue to rise up. So pouring sun as much as we can handle into our chakras. For those that can receive it. Or moon. They're also saying some of you need the light of the moon. So maybe it's not the sunlight, maybe it's the moon. It just depends on you. I also see the lotus flower within each chakra at the center. Cleansing and spinning and getting water. So they're like water, nourishment. And I see the trees of all the big trees surrounding us, drawing out any debris of the past. Because remember, I am free of wounds and of the past. And now I need to tap. We need to tap our wrists. I see these two fingers right at the center of our wrist, and we're going to tap. I am love and I am free of the past. I release all of the past freely. That's what we need to say. I release all of the past freely. I am no longer my past. I am the present. I release all of the past freely. I am no longer the past. I am the present. I am not defined by my past. I am only the present. I release all of the past freely. So there's this energy of comparing the self to the past. And it's like being lost because of that. I am free of the past completely. And I am not afraid to let go of all the past. I am joyful in the present. I am not afraid to let go of the past. I am joyful in the present. So I can actually see some programming rising and undoing, but it's coming from our base, our root, all the way up through our system. Programming is not just in the mind. Our body carries the program as well. Today we have cleansed 13 chakras, aligned them, healed with the deity and divinity, released the past and trauma, healed with the sun and or the moon, the beautiful healing trees helping to draw out the past, neurological reprogramming, subconscious reprogramming. This was a pure divine healing, heaven on earth healing. I would like to anchor all of this in, creating a bubble of protection. The northern star drawing in the energy for guidance and direction. The trees will remain as long as necessary to draw out what doesn't belong, and through the healing that we did today. I anchor in the sun and the integration, as well as the nurturement with the water, and moving from stagnation to flow. I also want to thank my father, because I'm still processing the fact that he showed up with a message. That is not normal. So I give thanks for that as well. I honor his passing, because without it, I would not have awakened. It was significant. It was a significant, purposeful shift. And I get the image of like these large angel wings just coming off our backside. Staff with the sun. Anchoring in all that was done. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful Friday the 13th. And if you celebrate Valentine's, I wish you all the best and send you so much love. We all deserve love every day. And it is something we don't have enough of. So much love to you. Till next time.